Hello there, I'm Joni, and with me are Chef Martin Caspar of L'Entrecôte and Father Joel Camaya of Don Bosco. We are Gourmet on a Budget PH, and we are here to feed your body and your soul with delightful recipes and some spiritual insight.
Today's recipe is a shopstopper. It's a rack of lamb with a chive crust and a mustard sauce, served with roasted potato and green beans on the side.
This is a meal fit for a celebration. And how timely! Lamb is one of the most meaningful foods in the Bible. There's no doubt that I have lots to reflect on with this ingredient.
You will need a rack of lamb, olive oil, chive, some Dijon mustard, salt and pepper. And then for the mustard sauce, we need the lamb trimmings, chicken wings, onions, garlic, butter, white wine, rosemary, bay leaves, some whole black peppercorn, a little bit thyme, chicken stock, and then to finish it off, again, Dijon mustard, and to season it with salt and pepper. You will need 3 pieces of boiled potato with skin, butter, a lot of butter, green beans, and some shallots or onion with a little bit garlic. I first trim the lamb, and during this time, actually, Johnny, you can start cleaning the beans. So there's different lamb racks which we can buy. This one is a standard lamb rack. First, we're gonna remove the top. Later on, the trimmings which we're gonna use for the sauce. So that's very important. Then what we're gonna do, we clean a little bit the bones. We scrape it. So I cleaned my bones, so my lamb is basically ready to sear. Nice leg of lamb.
Nicer.
Okay.
And then with the lamb here, the trimmings, we just cut into chunks. With the trimmings, we're gonna roast in the pan. So that gives us a nice sauce. Voila.
Wow.
Just bang this into pieces. We're also gonna add a little bit chicken. So
Chicken wings.
chicken wings, exactly. So we're gonna add our 4 pieces of chicken wings, and you have to chop them. And you just bang it in the middle. And then we make 3 pieces.
3 pieces, okay.
3 pieces, and then we add this over here. In the meantime, I'm gonna heat the pan. And we add olive oil in the pan.
Okay, done.
Yeah. And we're gonna, as soon as this is hot, it has to be hot, we sear all of these ingredients. So in the meantime, Johnny, you have to slice me the onions.
Your favorite, Johnny.
I know.
And then cut it into 3. Perfect. You can add now the pieces inside the oil. So during this, when it's searing, this potato, which is very important, the potato for rösti, you need to boil ahead of time. So that's 24 hours in advance. You boil the potato in the skin. Once they are finished, take them out, let them cool down, and then you put them in the fridge. After that, the next day, which is today, we're gonna peel them, and then we grate them with a grater. So what I like you to do is now to peel the potato, just take the skin away.
Why do you have to put it in the fridge?
So it cools down and the potato becomes cold, firm.
Firm.
So, yeah. When it starts to be nicely golden brown, like this piece, that would be nice. And now we take the grater, hold it like this, and then from bottom to top, you just grate.
Okay.
See? Voila. And then potatoes.
Yeah, like cheese.
I'll do it with the other 2.
Yep, I'll give you, here I have a plate.
Okay.
So you can roast on the plate and then you put it in the bowl as well. 2 more to go. Now we have some little bit nice coloration. So now we add the onions, the garlic, the thyme, and then we add some butter. So this one is nice for our caramelization.
It smells so good.
So now also we caramelize a little bit the onions, the garlic. It can have a little bit color, but it should not be black. I mean, we don't want to burn it. Huh? I think that's important.
Father Joel, can you tell us more about the significance of lamb in spiritual teachings?
Yeah, gladly, Jody. You know, there are many instances where lamb is mentioned in the Bible, both in the Old Testament and the New Testament. But even before that, we see that sheep is the animal most often mentioned in the Bible. And so I wish to begin with a question Isaac asked his father Abraham as they walked up the mountain, Mount Moriah, where they would be offering a sacrifice. And the question of Isaac was, here are the fire and the wood, but where's the lamb or the sheep for the burnt offering? That's from Genesis 22, verse 7. And Abraham answered, God will provide the sheep for the burnt offering. You know, the lamb was the choice animal for the burnt offering. The burnt offering is the sacrifice that you burn the whole animal because God deserves the best, all of it. And the Hebrew word used for lamb is seh. Then the lamb was the meat also eaten at the Passover. If you go to the book of Exodus, we find this in chapter 12, where the Lord instructed the Israelites, that was at the end of their stay in Egypt when they were about to exit from Egypt. And Moses instructed the leaders of the Israelites, go and procure lambs for your families and slaughter the Passover victims. Then take a bunch of hyssop, that's a branch, and then dipping it into the blood that is in the basin, apply some of this blood to the lintel of the two doorposts. And none of you shall go outdoors until morning. For when the Lord goes by to strike down the Egyptians, seeing the blood on the lintel and the two doorposts, the Lord will pass over that door. That's why it's called Passover. And not to let the destroyer come into your houses to strike you down. We find that in Exodus 12, 21 to 23. And so we see the blood of the lamb saved the Israelites. Now let's go to the New Testament. John the Baptist points to Jesus. This is from John chapter 1, verse 29. He says, pointing to Jesus, behold the Lamb of God who takes away the sin of the world. And so what do we say? Jesus is the Lamb. He's the perfect offering, the sacrifice on the cross. He is the Lamb of the Passover. You know, in the Gospel of John, he was put to death at the hour when Passover lambs were being killed. So what a symbolism. The lamb that would save the Israelites. Actually, that was Jesus who died when the Passover lamb was slain. And so, he is the lamb. As the blood of the Passover lamb saved the firstborn of the Israelites, the blood of Jesus saved all of us. And finally, you know what? The Greek word amnos, which is lamb, in the Bible, that is used only for Jesus.
So the metaphorical use of lamb as a stand-in for Christ's loving sacrifice is truly one of the most beautiful and meaning analogies from biblical teaching. And it's so wonderful to cook with it too.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, beautifully colored, very golden brown, and you can smell it as well. So, but now we have a lot of fat, which we actually don't like. So we're gonna remove the fat.
It's a little bit healthier.
We strain that, and then we take some white wine.
White wine.
Ooh.
And we deglaze it. So this is also to bring a little bit flavor.
It smells really nice.
Now we leave that till it's completely evaporated. Okay. In the meantime, I heated a pan. I put salt and pepper on my lamb. And I'm gonna put this now in and sear it before I place it in the oven. There are different sizes of lamb, of course, so we have to know. This one will go in for about 12 minutes in the oven. And then
is that chicken stock?
yes,
Or, yeah?
and then we add chicken stock. And we add chicken stock to basically cover the bones till they are nicely covered. This one, take over.
Wow.
Put it on the other side.
Looks really nice.
Yeah.
And you can see the lamb expands.
Yes.
So it's nice. Nicely seared all sides. Put it over here. And the pan I'm gonna take quick and I have to clean that. I use the same pan as for the lamb, but I cleaned it quickly. My sauce is boiling. Now I can reduce the heat so it's nicely simmering. And now we're gonna do the roasty potato. Butter.
Ooh, so much butter.
Butter. Don't be afraid, because potato loves butter, right? Very important. So we melt this away. So it starts foaming. This is now the time I take this and I add the potato inside. Use pepper, and we use salt. So nicely mix that, and now we basically shape it into a kind of like a pancake.
Okay.
And we make it nicely crispy. So in the meantime, I have a roasting pan where I will place my rack of lamb on top, and again
Butter.
add a little bit butter. That will nicely melt away and give again a little bit crust.
So chef, is it going to be well done or medium rare?
I think we're gonna do it about medium
Okay,
rare.
medium.
Yeah. So we place this in the oven for about 12 minutes, 180 degrees. Always depends on the size. So if you have a bigger size, it might use 20 minutes. If a little bit smaller, a little bit less. So you have to adjust that. We have also for the lamb, the crust gonna be chives. So we need very finely cut chives. And what I use is actually, I don't use the white part, I'm only gonna use the green part. And really, really very finely cut this. Voila. So let's try the flipping. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Voila. And you see,
Takes an expert to do that.
So great.
golden brown. Believe me,
So good.
believe me, in the beginning,
Like magic.
it ended up usually somewhere else. So
Okay.
it's also
That's why we would not want to do that here.
so chives go beautifully with lamb. It's a little bit garlicky, right? So it's really nice.
It looks so good.
And then we need a little bit onions or shallots for our beans. And just chop this quickly, finely. And then we need a little bit bacon, just in stripes. Basically take the bacon and we just cut it into stripes.
How come you do it so seamlessly?
30 years in the business. That's okay. You can put the rösti on the side, so that's fine. So we can use the other part. Voila. So we can add our bacon, please. I give you one tool. Voila. Now the bacon you can make, we can sweat, we can make it crispy, we can make it the way we like it. So as you can see, we saute it. Now it starts to get a little. We don't want to also the onions to be colorful, just transparent, which is good enough. So we can actually also add a little bit herbs. Lucky we have our herb garden. So I take a little bit oregano today, a little bit rosemary, and we're gonna add this here as well, just to give a little flavor. We add our beans.
Wow.
May I quick?
Yes.
Put it quickly on top, and for about 3 minutes, 3-4 minutes, you just let it cook like this. So our sauce is now almost ready. So we had this that's cooking for about 20 minutes. So now I'm gonna strain the sauce.
Okay.
I'll do this over here. So as you can see, now I have
Okay.
some sauce left. So we bring this to boil. Now it's also the time where we actually should taste. Really gorgeous. Then always clean as you go, right?
The bed of the lamb
Learn.
is ready.
So as you can see, the sauce has a nice consistency. So we're not going to reduce it too much. So now what we're going to do, take some mustard. Now there's different kinds of mustard. You can put Dijon mustard inside, you can put Pommery mustard inside. Some are more spicier, some are more milder, some are grainier. They
What do
have
you
still the
recommend?
grains.
You should.
I like Pommery mustard or Dijon. I would say those
Dijon.
two mustards I really do enjoy. So our sauce is finished. You see, our beans. Father, you like to try? See? 2-3 minutes.
I like the consistency because it's also still very bright and colorful. Plus, it has that bite.
Because the lamb is nicely.
Are we going to carve
Wow.
this?
Yes, we do. But
Ooh.
now the most important thing, after it comes out of the oven, you have to let it rest. That's the most important thing. Because inside everything is boiling, right? It comes
Yeah.
out of the oven, which is 180 degrees. So all the juices inside is boiling. Now we have to let it rest so that the juice goes back into the meat. And then we're gonna coat it with the chives, which is gonna be really, really quite unique. Put also a little bit on top. Why not use a beautiful floury plate,
Oh, cute.
right? So, then we're just gonna put this here inside,
Wow.
and then we have a nice
It's a sunflower.
sunflower, right? Okay, the lamb, and we have mustard.
Mustard.
So what we're gonna take is, take a brush, and we brush the lamb with mustard. Then we take the chives, and what we do is,
Okay.
we put the chives around. Almost like breadcrumbs, right? Breaded, but we bread it with chives.
And that's hand chopped.
Voila.
Beautiful.
See? Voila. So we have this nice lamb. Hold on.
It looks so cute.
Yes.
Plus
Then
with a sunflower
We
plate.
take our beans, which are also nicely cooked.
Wow.
Put them separate. Voila.
Voila.
Nice.
And then we have the sauce, which is warm as well. And we add the mustard sauce a little bit around. Just a little bit. Voila. Wow. So we'll take this,
Our favorite part.
and then we slice this medium well, as you can see. I think what I do is a little bit potato, right? A little bit beans, a little bit potato, then
And the lamb.
Cute.
lamb, a little bit sauce.
Sauce.
I go farther first.
Thank
Voila.
you.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna try the potatoes you
Potato
made.
first.
With the sauce.
Wow.
Oh god.
And then a little bit of the vegetables.
Simplicity. It doesn't need to be complicated. It can be simple. You think it's a lot of ingredients. It's not that many ingredients actually. But it's about simplicity and how you treat them, how you cook it, how you make the best out of it. So
It's so tender if it's medium rare, huh?
Yeah.
and the secret is really also about letting it rest.
Ah, okay.
Very important.
With the juices that come
It's
with it.
so soft.
Yeah, so soft. And this is good for how many people? Huh? I think it's
This would be good
more.
for 4 people.
Yeah.
The recipe, you can make it your own. We actually do in Switzerland, we put cheese on top, and melt cheese on top, and then a fried egg. For breakfast, that's almost the best.
This is really
Wow.
good, especially with the mustard,
Yeah.
because it's a little spicy and goes
Gives
really
the
well.
kick.
Yeah, with everything. So that was really a truly filling treat, not just for our growing recipe collection, but also for our spiritual reflection. So thank you again so much for joining us on this episode. So please check our website to get this recipe and have a gourmet feast of your own. Till next time, this is Gourmet on a Budget PH.
The difference is divine. God bless us all.
Stay tuned to our upcoming recipes and make your own gourmet feast at home. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Gourmet on a Budget